You guys.
All right, all right. What are you looking forward most to the season?
I think what I'm most excited about is just playing in Doak. I'm just ready for the atmosphere. I hear it's electric. I hear the atmosphere is crazy. So I just can't wait to be a part of it and play in a home stadium with a full capacity and just see how exciting that atmosphere is and how crazy it'll be.
I know you've played there as an opposing player. Do you ever go to games when you're at Ware County?
Yes, sir. I used to go all the time in high school.
What did you take from those experiences growing up?
I like seeing Chief Osceola come out and everybody doing the Warchant, and then when he just stick the spear in the ground. I think that's been my favorite moment.
Other than Randy and Adrian, you're the guy who has the most experience in the Gus Malzahn offense. What makes it go? What do you like about it as a quarterback who has dual threat ability? Why is it appealing to you?
Just Gus Malzahn history and his success. He's a great offensive-minded person. He's got a lot of knowledge on the game of football, and he knows what he's doing. He's a great play caller, and a guy like me in his offense, it makes it go. He's a fast-paced, tempo offense type of guy, and I just think that's going to be one of our weapons this year, be able to just move the ball, go fast, and not let guys be able to get signals or be able to substitute or whatnot.
When you look at the offense, a lot of the teams are going to be keying in on trying to keep you in the pocket. But that's not the only aspect of your game.
No, that's for sure.
How are you going to, and how are you and Gus going to make sure that you guys keep defenses honest this season?
Well, the weapons around me. I got a lot of weapons around me. I got a great receiver core, great running back room, great tight end. So you won't be able to just watch me and keep me in the pocket. I got guys that you're going to have to, worry about in double coverage and stuff like that. Got to kind of help me, get out the pocket and make plays.
Is there a benefit to being within the same conference?
A benefit?
Yeah, like this is not all new to you. I mean, it's a new school, but you know the league.
No, yes, sir. No, there's no benefit at all. I'm comfortable. I'm more mature. I'm older, so the game's going to be a lot slower. With a new team, with a new coaching staff, just excited to see, what it brings.
Do you think there's any value, though, for what you've seen previously in the ACC? Or a fresh start?
Yeah, just a fresh start to, restart. And, it's a new season, new team. Just blessed to be here and, grateful for the opportunity to be a Seminole and ready just to, put on for the community and, the fan base.
How has Gus evolved since you know him at UCF?
He's different now. He's a lot, laid back. He's more comfortable. He's more outgoing, player first, player friendly. Head coach got to worry about a lot of different things, and now he's just a play caller. So he's a lot more comfortable and outgoing and really hands-on, and he's just been real, and he's been there for us, and he's been great. It's the best him that I've seen since I've known Gus since high school.
How big of a draw was his offense when you decided to commit to UCF?
How big is of a draw? Like, what do you mean?
How big of an attraction was it?
Oh yeah, just the guys that he's coached in the past and what he's done. I just want to be one of those guys and want to have our offense put up a lot of points and move fast and fast-paced and score points. He creates a lot of explosive plays and put points on the board, and I just want to be a part of that.
You've said fast a couple times. I mean, we know that Gus's offense has been quarterback friendly through the years, but how is it quarterback friendly for you? I mean, was there something you noticed right off the bat?
I mean, just the previous years and his successful years, he always had a dual threat guy that's been able to do both and at a high level. So with me and that offense, I think it goes as far as I go, and as far as we go. Run that fast-paced offense to my caliber, around my strengths and stuff like that. I think it's going to be comfortable for me. It's going to be more realistic, and it's going to be more real and more genuine.
My guy, I know you were able to work out with Shadur and Cam a couple weeks ago. What do you think you picked up from that?
Those guys are really good leaders. I train with those guys a lot in the off season. We have the same QB trainer, but my whole life, I never really had a quarterback trainer, or I never really had anybody that's on that level to really critique anything that I do. It's always just been athletic ability. So this year, being able to be at Florida State and have those connections and stuff like that, it's been helping me, and they've been helping me just critique little things and from a mechanic standpoint, from a quarterback standpoint, even from getting on the board and watching film and stuff like that. So those guys have been making my job a lot easier. They've been really hands-on, and I'm really appreciative of them.
Outside of Jordan Travis, under Mike Norvell, Florida State's not had a lot of success in quarterback. What gave you the confidence that you could be different and kind of break that mold?
Just the confidence that I bring. After the comment that I made, a lot of people thought it was disrespect, but it's no disrespect. We stand on what I said, but like I said, the confidence that I have in my teammates and the guys around me, and how we preparing and how we've been pushed, and then those guys, reaching back out and hey, like this is what this is the old Florida State. This is how grimy and tough we were. We wasn't scared of nobody. We was always talking smack. We was always putting fear under people's hearts. So I just want to reinstall what Florida State used to be and bring back that standard and that confidence of, making people fear us when it's time to play us. So that's all I'm trying to do is reinstall some things and get my guys ready to play and, go to war.
Is that why you said just a little while ago when you were asked about the ACC comment that you stand by what you said?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we definitely stand on that.
What gives you confidence you can back it up?
Just the preparation. I got a lot of talented guys around me. Probably the most talented team that I've ever been on. Like, not saying that to bash BC or anything like that, but like Florida State's recruiting different guys and Boston College recruiting different guys. So, and you guys know how it goes. I'm around a lot of talented players, and I'm around a lot of real dudes that we all desperate. Like Coach said, we didn't have success, and we had some things that happened in our past and our careers, and hey, it's the only shot we got. Everybody's desperate. This is, everything's gonna get poured into this season, and I really believe that, and that's what makes me so confident. I see the guys around me every day, the work they put in, and how hungry and how desperate we are. And when a man's desperate, it's scary.
Tommy, I know you said originally from Miami, you were born there. Can you kind of touch on that, and also what it would be like to play against Miami this year?
Yeah, I'm really from Miami. That's where I was born at. Born in Dade County, Little Haiti. Kind of moved when I was like 8 or 9 years old. But yeah, I know a lot of guys on the Miami team. Kind of go back to Miami and train with a lot of those guys and spend time with those guys. We all have a good relationship. We hang out a lot, and I think the matchup this year would be really good. It's a true rival game, and win, lose, or draw, we take pictures after the game, and we hang out with each other and still have that good relationship.
Coach Norvell was pretty fired up on the podium this morning. I mean, as far as those things go, has it been like is that an everyday thing with him, with you guys, the intensity?
Yeah, it's an everyday thing. And I was saying that earlier. With Coach Norvell, what you seeing on that podium, that's him every single day. His energy and his intensity and what he's saying to y'all is just not talk. He's actually pouring into us and putting us first and being player friendly and making sure he gets the best out of us every single day. So what you guys see today is what we see every single day at 5 o'clock in the morning till however in the afternoon. He's going to pour into us, and he's giving us all he has and giving us all he got, and I respect him, and I'm grateful to be with him, and I'm grateful for the opportunity that he picked me and allowed me to come here and on behalf of the team and my teammates and the Florida State community.
Tommy, I wanted to ask you an off-the-topic question about the House settlement. You filed an appeal to that. Can you walk me through a bit why you felt that was an important thing to do?
I really don't really know anything about that until you guys found out about it. But I mean, I don't. That's not a question. I don't really want to answer that question.
Tommy, I'm gonna go ahead and say it myself. I felt like Florida State's biggest weakness last year was the quarterback position. Rewinding back to 2 years, they basically had a chance to compete in the college football playoffs. And last year was a disappointment. When you decided to make your commitment to this school, did you feel you could be that difference to take this team from where they were last year to college football playoffs and possibly a national championship?
Yes, sir, most definitely. Go back 2023, and they had an unbelievable quarterback, Jordan Travis. Same kind of skill set, same mindset. Kind of been through a lot in his career, and then that last year for him was a Heisman contender before he hurt himself. So just and Jordan Travis around all the time. We talk, and he kind of helped me out mentally and go over things and stuff like that. But just bringing that confidence and reinstalling that confidence to this team. This program and this community kind of went through some rough things. I think they went 13-0, didn't get inside of the playoffs. Jordan Travis got hurt. Last year 2-10, school shooting. The community's been through a lot, and for me to come in, it's my job to reinstall some good times, some happiness and some laughs, some joy. So, and that comes with winning, and I just want everybody to know that we're pushing for the best, and we want everybody get back to the old Florida State way of happy and joy and winning and you know, parades and, you know, having fun. So we just consideration, we think about all of that. Especially in my mind, I think about everything that's been going on, and for me, it's just not just about football. It's about the fan base and the community as well, and trying to reinstall some confidence and you know, some hope.
Do you feel like Gus Malzahn's offense would be a big fit for you?
Yes, sir. I definitely believe that. I committed to him in high school. That's been my guy. I really believe in what he does and how he runs things, and I'm excited to be back with him.
I don't know. I'm seeing the tattoo behind your ear. What are the characters?
I'm sorry?
What are the characters, the tattoo behind your ear?
Chinese letters?
Yeah.
It means figure it out. So my brother, he passed away 2 or 3 years ago, and that's his big slogan. That was his big thing. He always used to say, figure it out through hard times, through the good and the bad, and I decided to get it tattooed on me. I've been through a lot in my life. I got a chip on my shoulder, so through whatever it is, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it happen.
You guys had, there was obviously just, you know, when the benching happened at BC, I think there's, you know, wasn't a lot of information truly on sort of like what was going on behind the scenes and in your mind just to kind of take, you know, a step away from the program right away. What kind of went into that decision?
It wasn't, I mean, like, there's so many narratives. It's like, oh, he's got benched or he quit or this happened. Nobody knows what's really happened in that, you know, behind closed doors. And what he said, if people want to believe that I got benched, they believe that I got benched. But to me, it wasn't the case that I got benched or I didn't quit. A lot of other things happened beyond that point, and I never came out about it, and I don't want to come out about it because of reasons why. But whatever they said happened didn't happen. But I appreciate everybody from Boston College. I had a tremendous time there. I love every single person that supported me and, you know, helped me through that process. But I mean, it's time to move on. It's time to focus on, you know, a new season. I have a lot of respect for those guys, and I wish they was the best. I got a lot of, you know, brothers and connections and bonds that I made throughout the 2 years I was there, and I wish them the best of luck, and have good luck, have a great season.
Yeah, you said that, you know, you never had a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Just tell me, you know, what went into learning throwing mechanics in the first place, and how much did, you know, being with guys like Cam and Shadur over the summer help with your throwing mechanics?
You know, just growing up, you know, most people just put their best athlete at quarterback and, you know, let them run the show. So it's kind of been that for me in high school. Like somebody asked earlier, I'm from South Georgia. We don't have the exposure and have people coming down and putting hands on and trying to help. So my talent kind of just got me to where I am. And then, like, now that I'm at, you know, on this stage and on this level, I've been trying to get the most help that I can get from as a quarterback standpoint. So working out with Cam and Shadur, 2 elites, you know, that's, you know, at the next level, and just trying to learn from them. And it was critiquing me of just little things of how to, you know, throw the ball differently or to read things or how to progress through things and stuff like that. So it's been a big help, and, you know, hopefully it pays off, and I'll show you guys what I learned and, you know, what I got better at this, you know, this fall.
Tommy, real quick, man. Obviously, the program's looking for stability out of you, right? But let's talk about recruiting. In an age where all that matters, there's a lot of undersized quarterbacks, and you're the prototype for that. What's the message you would have for guys who are thinking about possibly joining Florida State, getting recruited? Might not be as big or athletic and got an arm. What would you want to say to them?
It's never about your size or your height to me. I kind of, and there's a lot of people that you can see that through. It's never about your height. It's never about your size. It's about your heart. If you got heart, you're willing to go out there and you're ready to fight and go to war and fear no one and, you know, and lead and just work and outwork everyone else. So, I mean, hey, with our size and my ability, I'm able to outwork everyone else, and that's the chip I carry on my shoulder. I'm not tall as you, I'm not as big as you, but I may be as fast as you, and I'm going to outwork you every single chance that I get.
That Van Cleef gonna help you throw over the windows?
Well, this ain't going to be on when I'm throwing.
Since the spring ended, how have you worked with the offense with so many new pieces, including yourself, to just build more rapport and get used to each other, more rhythm and timing?
So one thing that we do is, you know, off the field, we kind of get together, just continue to build that trust and that camaraderie. But on the field, things are not scheduled. So waking up on Saturdays or Sundays on our own time, like 8:30, whenever time we want to get out there and work and throw and stuff like that. So I think that builds, you know, trust and confidence in each other and learning each other's time and stuff like that, and just getting us ready for the fall to be perfect.
Tommy, the biggest rivalry in college football in Florida is Florida State. With you being a new transfer in, what has the school done to get you up to speed on what that rivalry means, and what does it mean to you at the moment heading into the season?
I got a funny story. So my first week, we had like a team meeting for all the new guys and whatnot, and I walked in with a Gatorade bottle, and they told me to throw it in the trash. We don't drink Gatorade, we drink Powerade, so I'll give you that.
Did Odell see it?
Huh?
Did Odell
He was the one that told me to throw it in the trash. So I threw it in the trash, and since that day, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't drunk Gatorade since I don't know when.
Hey Tommy, let's talk about.
There's been a past players that spoke about how NIL allowed them to stay in college football a lot longer. You've had an extensive journey. Could you just talk to me on that perspective, NIL, and how that has affected your journey in college?
Well, I'm a senior this year, so I'm right where I need to be. I don't have any extra years or anything like that, so I wouldn't really, count on NIL. I never really cared about, I mean, obviously, it's a great thing, and we rewarded for it and stuff like that, but that's never been anything on my mind of making decisions and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm thankful and I'm grateful and I'm blessed for it, but I know regardless of NIL, I'm still going to be the same person I was, and I'm still going to work the same and still try to get to the next level, because NIL is temporary, and $1 million or $2 million can go by fast, and that's not long-time money, long-time longevity, and I'm trying to create generational wealth for me and my family, and I feel like the next level will help me do that, and college football can help me do that.
Hey Tommy, just talk about facing Alabama week 1 and starting your last year as a Florida State Seminoles quarterback.
I'm excited for the matchup. It's a big stage, big opportunity for me and my teammates to go out there and perform. I'm excited. I'm ready to just put the ball down and go play. It's going to be a good game. We're ready to go out there and compete and just go out there and play football.
You can also talk about reuniting with Gus Malzahn as your offensive coordinator.
I'm excited. I'm very happy to be back coaching Gus Malzahn. We have a great relationship, and since we've been back together, it's been everything that I thought it would be. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful that I chose to come here.
Tommy, with college football the last few years, it sort of seems like there is this pattern of quarterbacks kind of transferring in, coming out of nowhere, and really succeeding, like Warchant, Joe Burrow, etc. What about the game do you think, as it currently stands right now, in terms of development, in terms of how the rules work, is set up to allow that to happen for players like yourself?
Yeah, I feel like going into just getting a fresh start and being able to just have a clear mind and clear space and being with a new team and new guys and a new staff, I feel like it just helps. As an older guy, when we kind of do that, we transfer and we go to a different school, the game slows down for us, and we're in better positions and stuff like that to help us succeed. And like you said, Joe Burrow and those guys and Ken Warren, all you need is 1 year. And so that's kind of what we're looking for. We transfer to a team that's going to help us succeed and help them succeed and help us get to the next level. So I think that's what mostly that's what's mostly important, is getting to the next level. So I feel like we make that decision just based off our careers and best for us and our families. So if I feel like Florida State or whatever school is going to help me develop and get to where I need to be, then so be it. And that's what it kind of fall down to.
Have you ever seen anybody quite like Deuce Robinson?
I've never played with a guy like Deuce Robinson, so to be his size and his speed and his caliber, no, I haven't. It's going to be my first time playing with a guy that I can just throw the ball up to and he go get it and come down with it. So I'm excited for that.
Does Mike Norvell ever give you any Taylor Kelly comparisons or talk about his time with TK and being on the smaller side, doing the back shoulder stuff and the success they had?
No, sir.
No? Okay. And then my last question is, last year we had like a 10-minute conversation about Mikey Keene. We're just hanging out in this room alone, but you expressed your belief in your abilities this year, and your Florida State now. You got this huge crowd. You saw the same thing happen with Diego Pavia, saw the same thing happen with Sam Levitt. They came out, they expressed belief in their abilities, and then they got all this attention. So I mean, what does that say to you about what it takes to get eyeballs on you and your talent in college football?
I mean, like Coach Norvell said earlier, you just got to go out there and do it. I mean, this is for just talking and letting you guys know how we feel and our opinions and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want to say. You can act and have all the eyes on you, but you still got to go do it. I think Arch Manning says it best. He say he has all this attention and all this stuff going on, but at the end of the day, you got to go do it and you got to go show the world how talented you are and what you're capable of. So, I mean, at the end of the day, just do it and go show the world.
You've made some pretty dynamic plays at times. How do you balance when to make those dynamic plays, when to kind of stay within the system? How much freedom has Coach Norvell given you to, hey man, when you see it, you go, you do what you feel is best?
I think big plays, people don't understand. Like, big plays come from just big plays happening. Like, you don't just go up, oh, okay, this play I'm going to run back 30 yards and I'm going to throw the ball. Like, it just happens. So if somebody go out there with the mindset, oh, I'm going to make a big play, it necessarily don't happen. You kind of just stay calm and be poised, and the big plays present itself. I'm never going out there trying to do something crazy or trying to make an exotic play or a magicianal play. It just happened. So just going out there and just being poised and staying calm and playing with different system in the offense, I feel like it's going to happen. The big plays are going to come, and it's going to happen, just on its own originally.
Tommy, who's the best ACC player you've ever played against?
Ever played against?
Ever played against.
I'm going to give this guy some credit. Syracuse, number 8. I forgot his name, but I think he was a rover or a safety or something like that. I feel like by far, to me, he's the best player that I've played against. And I think that was only 2023 maybe, and last year, I think. Syracuse, number 8. I forgot his name, but he's a hell of a player. He talks a lot, and he's aggressive, and he's a good football player. So that's one guy I would say.
Tommy, when you look at sort of the state of the ACC for the last couple of decades, Florida State and Clemson often come up a lot. For you in this next chapter of your football journey, how do you help lead Florida State back to that status of being serious contenders on a yearly basis?
I would just say being consistent, just being the best me I can be every day, continue to lead my teammates and continue to get those guys ready to go to war. Just continue to be confident and instill confidence in their head and continue to just bring hope and continue to just be myself and just be me.
It's a ways away, but that matchup with Clemson will be your first time in Death Valley. Do you have any outside impressions of what that potential will be like, and what are you looking forward to that matchup with the Tigers?
It's a dream come true. Like I said, I dreamed of being on this stage and being on matchups like that. That'll be a big one, and I'm excited. That'll be probably one of the biggest games that I ever played in, and I'm excited, looking forward to the competition.
You talked about Deuce Robinson a couple minutes ago, another transfer in that room, Squirrel White. What has it been like to gain chemistry with him and get to know him these last few months?
It's been great. 2 veteran, older guys that's played in big games, that played with really good guys. Like Squirrel White played at Tennessee in big games. He played in the SEC. He played with good quarterbacks. Joe Milton, Nico, Deuce Robinson played with Caleb Williams, quarterback I had last year. So being able to play with veteran guys that's been on that stage and played in those big games, and being able to just conversate with them and pick their brain, and us being able to be on the same page is going to help a lot. They're going to help. They've been helping me a lot, and I've been helping them a lot. So I feel like our relationship is really good, and they've been a big help, and I'm excited to play with those guys.
And I know everything basically is new for you here at Florida State, but the offensive line's going to have 4 new starters this year. How those guys gel? I know it's an experienced group, but they've got to gel together as well.
Yeah, very experienced group, very talented, very big guys. The most important thing is them communicating and them learning each other and being able to conversate and communicate. They've been doing a really good job of pouring into each other and working hard with each other. So I'm excited to see what fall camp brings and see how they work together.
Tommy, excited to have you in Tallahassee. Fun fact, I'm actually from about 20 minutes from Ware County, where you played high school football. So Brantley County.
Brantley County.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
So we're not quite as good at football. I could never cheer you up because of the Gators. But, but excited. So in 23, you were kind of more of a scrambler. I know you said you were a young quarterback, just trying to run around and make things happen. 24, you kind of trusted your teammates a little bit more, is what you said.
Yes, sir.
How does this offense with Gus Malzahn kind of blend the concepts of using your legs and using your arm to kind of get the most out of the skill set that you bring? Because it is a unique skill set.
Yeah. 2023, like I said, I'm a little bit more loose. Game's a little bit faster, just going out there playing football. 2024, a little bit more mature. Game slow down, trying to trust teammates, trying to play a different way. 2025, I'm just going to be myself, and I'm just going to play football. I'm not going to worry about people say he's a runner, he's a passer, or he did this, he did that. I'm just going to go out there and play football and have fun, and I think that's what's most important.
Did you ever imagine you'd end up in Tallahassee at your dream school with Gus Malzahn, the coach you committed to first?
I did not, but hey, that just shows you how God works. God works in mysterious ways, and you know, it's a blessing. I'm grateful to be back with Coach Malzahn, and I'm grateful to be the quarterback of Florida State. It's a dream come true, like you said, and I'm forever grateful and I'm blessed.
And kind of a quick two-parter here. First off, can you talk about what it feels like, no disrespect to BC, but what it feels like to have the amount of weapons that you have around you now at Florida State? And then also give me a name that maybe people are sleeping on right now.
It feels good to be around a lot of talent. I feel like having a lot of talent around me, or a lot of talent in general around you as a person, it's going to help you, sprout more, and it's going to make you look better. Those guys are going to make me look better. So I think it's going to be good for me. And what was the second one?
What's somebody that maybe people don't know about yet, because I got a name in mind that I'm waiting to hear.
I would say Javen Boggs.
That was the one.
Javen Boggs. He's a freshman that came in. He came in early, and he's been taking his thing head on first, and he's been doing a really good job. He's one of the best freshmen I've ever been around, and he's just unique, and he's talented. He's a workhorse, and when the ball touches his hands, it sticks to him.
Awesome. And last one for me. Obviously, you have the best understanding of the 3-3-5 defense that Tony White's bringing, because you go against it every day. Can you talk about some of the unique challenges of going against that defense?
It's difficult. It's really difficult, and it's a headache. I by far think it is the hardest defense that I will see this season, because I don't think anyone else run a 3-3-5. But yeah, it's complicated and it's difficult, and I feel like it's making us better, though, going against that defense, because essentially when we face other teams who have true cover 3 looks or true base down looks and stuff like that, and whether those guys, it's complicated, and schematically it's crazy. But I think it's going to benefit for us. I don't think it'll benefit for other guys or other teams or other quarterbacks. But me seeing it every day and going against it every day, having the opportunity to study it and go against it, I think it's going to make me better and make us offensively better.
Awesome, thank you.
You've been the culture for several months. Tell me, you learned so far between Boston College and Florida State?
I don't want to really get into the comparison of Boston College. I learned a lot from Florida State. The way they work, the way how hungry, how desperate, how greedy they are. I can see why it's the blue-collar program that it's been the past couple of years, despite last year. But yeah, the work ethic and how they move, and the confidence that they bring and that they have, and as a program, and even as a fan base. They always talk about the logo. The logo means a lot, and it represents a lot. So I would just say that.
And how much has then Coach Norvell and Malzahn been helping you with the offense that make you feel comfortable and know, like, hey, what do you like? What do you want to learn? Like, they challenge everything.
Yeah, we very much hands-on. They let me be all-inclusive in how I feel about it and what's going on and stuff like that. But I think we have some good things. I think we have a good offense and the way we're going to do things and stuff like that. It's just my job to relearn everything and get everything back to how it was when I was at UCF, when I didn't know the offense. So I know everything. It's just getting back to being comfortable with it and getting in the flow of things and running it smooth and precise. So I think it'll be really good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, what's one aspect of your game that you feel you don't get enough credit?
I would say my passing game. I don't get enough credit for that, being able to sit in the pocket, especially last year. I took a lot of blows. I feel like that changed, and I grew on that of staying in the pocket and taking that lick to deliver that pass or whatnot. So I would say that, yeah.
And what have you been working? Is that something that you want to, bring more awareness of or do this year?
I wouldn't say. I mean, I've been doing it, so I wouldn't say really nothing. I don't feel like I have any weaknesses. I just feel like if I go out there and be consistent and I be me and the best me every game, then I feel like we'd be really good. I feel like, yeah, if I go out there and be consistent and be the best me, I feel like we'd be good.
Tell me, what excites you the most about leading the Seminoles this season?
I mean, it just means a lot. Like sometimes I wake up and I don't believe it. Like the quarterback at Florida State, I think that it means a lot. It's a dream come true. people ask me how I'm doing all the time, but like I'm living a dream. I'm happy every day. I have no bad days. I'm waking up smiling, ready to go to work, ready to go inside the facility, get around my teammates and go to practice and just be around the staff. So I would just say I'm happy. Every day there's no frown, there's no sad faces, there's no angriness. I'm happy every single day, and I'm going to continue to be happy and continue to smile and continue to just go out there and work and, try to win games.
Is there any game on your schedule that you have circled?
All of them, really. It's time to get back. I got a chip on my shoulder from last year, and my teammates got a chip on their shoulder from last year, and so we're ready to be we're desperate, and we're ready to prove and have that edge every single game to go out there and be desperate to win and have that championship mindset.
I mean, it seems like last year there was not leadership on either side of the ball. I think many people have seen that. To me, what you're saying and the way you're coming across is you're going to be like another Jordan Travis out there and take charge of that offense and make sure that they're motivated, and if somebody makes a mistake, you'll call them out for it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, most definitely. It's never, and that's why you build that trust and that confidence and that belief in each other. So when it does come a time when somebody's not doing what they're supposed to do and I jump on them, it's never in a bad way, or it's never in a way trying to show out or yell in front of everybody, but it's coming from a genuine love, and it's coming from a point and standpoint of just trying to get everybody on the same page and execute.
Well, you want them to be better.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's not really being critical of them. It's just being pointing
supportive.
out.
Yes, sir.
Step up
Yes, sir.
your game. This is we need to do this.
No, yes, sir.
What do you feel like was the biggest thing you learned last year?
Biggest thing I learned? I don't really know. Like, you got to give me something, like, from what?
Your entire experience last year and your road to Florida State, anything that jumps out to you as, hey, like, this changed me in some way.
I don't know. I don't really regret anything that that's happened thus far. I don't really dwell on the past. I have no regrets. I feel like everything happens for a reason, and God does everything for a reason. And I put my faith and my belief in Him, and I just let Him guide me and let Him handle everything that comes my way. So I feel like if anything happened, if I learned anything, it's gonna come from Him, and life's gonna life.
What's been your favorite moment since you've been in Tallahassee?
The favorite moment? I would just say wake up every day knowing that I'm quarterback of Florida State. I think that means a lot. I think that's something big that that I don't take for granted, and I'm going to take advantage of that opportunity that I have. And I'm very grateful to be here and allowed to, be on this journey with those guys and be a part of this team. I think that's special.
You have a favorite Florida State quarterback?
Favorite? Charlie Ward.
NBA plans after college football stuff?
Huh?
Got any plans to play in the NBA?
I can hoop a little bit now, but just his skill set and what he brought to the game of football, and to be able to go win the Heisman and be like, no, I'm not going to play football. I'm going to go play basketball. I think that was pretty savvy of him. I just think what he brought to the game, and he was, kind of, people don't understand, like, he was one of those guys that kind of like started that era of dual threat quarterbacks and being elusive and being crazy back there. So I would say he's probably my favorite, just because like we're kind of similar in playing styles.
Coach was pretty fiery
today. Yeah, that's him every day. Yeah, I want people to understand, bro. Like, that's him every day. He brings that same intensity, that same energy. When we wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, waking the cold out of our eyes, coming into the building, he's, hey, good morning. Like, he's yelling, he's getting, like, that's him every single day. And I respect him. And through the ups and the downs, that's who he is. And he's a real, genuine person. And a lot of head coaches and coaches in general, you can barely talk to, or you can barely, like, get that side out of him. But, like, he's very real and genuine and player friendly. And that's just, a guy that I would like to play for. And I'm grateful that he picked me, and I'm a part of this team.
you originally get recruited by Florida State before you went to UCI?
Yeah, so the way everything happened, coming out of high school, I was going to commit to Florida State, and they kind of persuaded me to be an athlete, even though I had offers at quarterback and stuff like that. But I just really wanted to be at Florida State. It was my dream school. Family came here and went there, and 2 hours away from home. It was just the best situation for me. But another situation closer to home kind of happened for me with Gus Malzahn getting the head coach job at UCF, and he kind of persuaded me otherwise, and that's the route I went.
How you like working with Gus Malzahn?
I love it. He's very different now. He's very down to earth, real. He's happy. He's pouring everything of himself into us and helping us be the best we can be. He's had a lot of success. He's seen it all. He's been a part of everything, and he knows what it looks like. So he's having those, like every rep we have, he's trying to help make us have that, national championship rep or that championship rep.
We've got one more there for Tom. Sorry if you've been asked this already, but the Clemson-Florida State rivalry, how much you guys talked about that? Obviously, that's a long-running ACC matchup, and how excited are you to play them in November?
I'm excited, to go down to Death Valley. That's going to be a big game, probably one of the biggest games I've ever been a part of. But no conversations. We take it 1 week at a time, one game at a time, and then when it gets to them, it gets to them. But I'm excited for that matchup and excited to just be on that stage and play against a great team like Clemson.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you.
Perfect, Tom. Thank you.
Thank you.